Hey there, Leo Sun, Leo Moon, Leo Rising. I am really disappointed. I should have done this on camera. I went ahead and I pulled the gateway of light activation because we're looking at this 8/8 gateway energy for you, and you got the Venetian Galactic Council, which I Venus is doing her trip, her long trip through your sign right now, and that they would show up for you makes total sense to me. But so I managed to get myself super sick again, and so my energy is such that I'm going to pull all the cards and then I will begin your reading. But let's go ahead and get into the book a little about, I don't know if you can see it, it's like this big bright light, and you've got all these council, these beams of light here surrounded by this pink energy. And I really would encourage you to work with the colors of yellow, pink, and like peach, that lighter shade of orange to really ignite this energy of creation that is going on here for you. And so the Venetians are advanced cosmic beings similar to angels who come from the planet Venus. They are our starry ancestors and are dedicated to helping us experience and embody divine love. There are millions of them, and many of us will be drawn to this information or strongly connected to the stars or the star people, and there's a good chance that there are many extraterrestrial beings around you at this time, many of whom will be connected to the Venetian Galactic Council. So this is governed by Lady Venus and Sanat Kumara. The Venetian Galactic Council is a divine board of directors who are responsible for recruiting light workers and leaders. And when I think of Leo, I think of both of those things, but definitely like that leadership role. You guys were going through it over the past year or so. There was a lot of energy that it was challenging to you to help you to clear, like almost scrub clean your light so that it could shine brighter. And sometimes that leadership comes from not necessarily stepping up into a leadership role, although being Leo, that happens a lot, right? But just by shining your light out into the world, you draw and attract others. People naturally follow Leo energy. They just do. You have the energy of the sun. It's very magnetic, and it draws and attracts so much energy to you. So I love that you have this. So there's no set way of working with them. So whatever works for you. But I would encourage you to spend some time out in the sun and really allow yourself to feel that. And right now, Venus is she's visible in the morning now. I think she's become a morning star because the sun comes up in Leo. So you would have to see it really early in the morning because she's on the horizon. Um, and she's going to disappear for a little while. This is part of her usual trip, and you won't necessarily see her. So, but connecting at sunrise, even whether or not you can see Venus in the sky, it would be an opportunity to connect in with that energy at the sunrise. So, I think that that's a really good opportunity for you there. So, this is a call to action. You're being asked to step up and create the changes you want to see in your world. You have a reason for being here, and you have the potential to inspire, support, and heal your corner of the world. Don't let this information scare you or overwhelm you, for you're being prepared energetically to step into this role. That is what this gateway is doing. It's bringing in this energy. And again, your leadership isn't necessarily because you have to step up and do anything. All you have to do is be you. Be you. You can set an example simply by you enjoying your own life. So that I love that. The idea is you have been having recently are divine downloads. Um, you aren't being called to make any dramatic changes in your life, simply to move forward step by step. More will be revealed as you go along the way, and be aware of the downloads of information. And with Venus retrograding in your sign, it is a slower paced energy. It is an opportunity for you to really feel into this energy to just what brings joy and what brings happiness, what feels like love, right? That pink and that peach energy, it's juicy, it's creative, and it's about embodying love by being love. And the best way to be love is to love yourself, right? And so anything that you're doing right now that helps you to heal your own energy, Oh my gosh. Where all do these go, guys? Oh, these are just going back in. Whatever is healing your energy right now, whatever you need to do to love yourself more. So it isn't about you going out there and fixing anything in the world, and you're not fixing yourself. Self-love is self-acceptance. So you are where you are, wherever that is, and you're there to experience whatever you're experiencing. And so this is about honoring the process, loving yourself, and giving yourself permission to be who you are. Overall energy is the card of peace. Finding peace with whatever is going on with you in your life right now. That's it. That's all you have to do. I feel like you're like a lighthouse, and you are just cleaning up energy by lovingly paying attention to the details of what goes on in your life. You know, allowing yourself self-care. Self-care is when we pay attention to the details of our life, whether it is our health or our finances, or I need a vacation and I'll pay attention to the details of my planning this vacation so that it's just fun and relaxing as it's supposed to be. And it is about, and with Mars and Mercury both in Virgo now, if you're a Leo rising, it's your second house of details, right? Virgo. It is your house of what's in value to you. It's about paying attention to the details right now. August 4th, Mercury goes into the shadow period, so it starts to slow down. Doesn't station retrograde till the 23rd. And Mars is in Virgo all the way until the 28th. And so there's this energy around the reorganization, the reviewing, the resting, the regenerating. All the R words are going to carry us into September, right? And so allow yourself to go through this process with, I want to say with peace, with just relax into it. You're doing what you're supposed to do right now. So, oh my God. Okay, yeah, guys, take good care of yourselves because you have some good stuff coming. All right, so let's look at this. I'm using the butterfly deck because it is about manifesting things in the 3D world, and you have the card of motivation. But see all the pink on that flower? There we have the pink and we have the oranges, right? We have the pink and the yellow and the oranges. They're showing up here. And so this is, God, that's the energy of Venus here, helping you to transform and to motivate you. But this motivation, it's about opening yourself to receiving, right? The butterfly is receiving the nutrition, the nutrients. It's receiving what it needs to survive on this plant, right? And so it is about receiving, and for some reason, well, you are a fire sign, and so you have very strong yang energy, and so in the area of what's draining you is the yin. It's like it's almost like you gave so much of yourself away that taking time and space for yourself to allow yourself to rest, to regenerate, and to receive is more complicated for you, right? It's like you feel like you should be doing something. You should be doing something. But sometimes what you should be doing is nothing. You should be relaxing and doing what you feel like in the now moment. There's a lot of energy still around that disappointment, and I feel like this has come through an event that happened last summer, because last summer was just so difficult, and I think some of the residuals are still being healed through, and I think that's why Venus is here during this time in your, because the cosmic clock had it set up for last year to go through that, and so now the cosmic clock is set up to help you through the healing process. So you have the card of here and now in the energy of where you should be, where you're seeking information. Like, I feel like you're trying to be very present. I think that you know that it's staying very present because you can't do anything about what had happened in the past, and to prepare for the future needs to be right where you are right now, paying attention to the details of right now. What do you need today? What do you need in this moment? What is necessary right now to help you? And I think you are very aware of what it is, because in the energy of the key to the situation, we have this mending card. So whether you're mending relationships or you're mending within yourself, we have this deep knowing. And I love it because they have the sun and the moon here. And so when they align like that, that's the new moon. We have the new moon coming up in your sign on August 16th. And so there's this wisdom that comes through with it. And that is while we're still in this gateway, because this gateway energy is from about 10 days before until 10 days after the 8-8, right? And so July 28th through, or the 29th through the 18th. And so you get that new moon in there during this gateway to really work with. And so I think that I think you know what you need. I think you know what you need. And so paying attention to that is really important, right? I want to look at these difficult cards before we go any further, and then I want to look at all of the really good stuff that's going on, right? So here we have in the challenge, the never-ending story. And up here in the what needs to transform is we have the card of the orphan. There have been times in my life when I've received these two cards in a personal reading for me. And I'll tell you what they say to me. They say that the story we keep telling ourselves, that we are not lovable enough, we're not good enough, we're not whatever enough. When we say we're not enough, the universe provides opportunities for us to have that reflected back to us. When we tell ourselves that we are more than enough, just as we are, and that there are things that we would like to improve upon, which would make us even more than enough, right? But we're more than enough who we are right now. And when we can love and accept ourselves for who we are, we don't feel orphaned. You know, when I was looking at this card, it looked like your higher self and you hanging out. That's what it feels like to me. And now that I'm feeling this energy, it definitely feels that way. When we are feeling really all by ourselves, that is a great time to connect into your spirit guide team, because then you realize you're really never alone. You're really never alone. Even if there aren't any people around or pets or anything, it doesn't matter. You are not alone. You never get to actually be by yourself because you are part of the collective, but you also have this massive spirit guide team. Your guardian angels with you always. Your higher self is with you always. So right there, that's two things are always with you. And then there's the ancestors, and you can tap into this energy, and you never are alone. And in my darkest time, it was that knowledge that I'm not actually alone, because I felt very orphaned. And when I recognized I really wasn't alone, that was when the healing began. And so for those of you who are feeling like that, you're not actually alone. And just because you're not in a romantic partnership, or your kids have left home and you're empty nesting and you're trying to figure out what to do with that energy, or you lost the job that was your identity, or were you retired and now you're like, I've retired and I don't know who I am anymore. Well, you are who you've always been. You just don't have those other things around you that are molding your experience. You get to do it for yourself. You get to be yourself. You get to create this new sense of who you are right now. And you have so much support. And so when we recognize that we have the freedom of choice and opportunity, and that we're more than enough, and whatever we decide to create and manifest, that's what we create and manifest. Our thoughts will manifest our reality. And so will our feelings. And the little brain that you have in your head, in your heart, is connected to your higher self. And so passing your thoughts through that avenue creates higher frequency than your head. And it's not about what other people need. And so here in the action to take, we have all the glitters. And what this says is take a look around at what is considered by energy outside of you, which may have been part of what made you think so too. What looks like success might not actually be success. Because success is actually about, are we happy? Do we feel the joy? Do we feel the peace? And so here we have the card of Peaks of Joy with the One Ring Circus. And the One Ring Circus is a reminder that you are the ringmaster of your life and you create your joy. You create your joy. You decide what feels like joy and what feels like happiness. And in the heart space, you have exchanging gifts. And look at all that pink. Look at this little kitty playing with the little fairy that's coming out of the box. This little kitty is you, little Leos. Little Leos. You get to play with this joy and this happiness coming out of the box. This guardian angel. This energy of the gift that is being given to you, coming through the heart space of self-love. Because when you decide what makes you happy and that you understand that you manifested, it is not by all the money, the prestige, the power, the adoration of others. It is through just loving what you do and how you live your life, whatever that is. Really choosing to do things just because they freaking make you feel good about yourself. Whether it's what you choose to eat, how you choose to exercise or not. If what you're doing, you feel good about it, keep doing that. It's not about other people. It's about you. We don't hear it often enough, but sometimes it really is just about you, Leo. Sometimes it really is. And in this case, when you're going through a healing process where you're discovering how to love yourself, it is really about you and what brings that peace and what brings that joy and what brings this the happiness into your life. So, in the area of resources, you have manifesting dreams. Look at that cornucopia, and there's more to be harvested. You have more than enough, and there's more on the way. And when you recognize that and you see that, you raise your frequency. So gratitude, right? This looks like a Thanksgiving kind of a harvest here. And so Thanksgiving is about counting our blessings and being grateful for the things in our life that are really good. And when we recognize that, it raises our frequency, and that allows us to attract. We always attract based on our frequency, what is coming into our life. And so that's why it's important to raise your frequency into the attitude of gratitude, into the attitude of loving yourself. Because when you love yourself, you're shining out there in the world, and you will draw and attract those relationships that support you. You will attract always relationships that support the way you feel about yourself. So if you feel like you're all alone and a victim, you will attract relationships, whether they're through the job market, through your neighbors, through your friendship circles, through your romantic circles. They're going to just come in and they're going to remind you, no, you are undeserving. But when you recognize in yourself how really deserving you are, that's why sometimes, we look at people and we think, why does that jerk get all the good stuff? Because they really believe they deserve it. That's why. They're manifesting through their own sense of self-importance. That's why it works out for them. You can do that too. Minus the jerk part. You can do it all. So, we have Treasure Island and we have the Thinker. And I just want to show you. Look at that Thinker. It looks head bent down. Stories, right? This is ruminating. This is repeating the story. Every time we repeat the story to ourselves, it stays alive. This is one of those things we don't want to stay alive. Little Bee Gees. Okay, but it came with the treasure island. And look, that turtle, he's actually swimming forward in the emotional waters, and the treasure chest is open, and what's coming out of it is gold and stars and hearts, like everything, right? And so you move forward in the emotional waters, and look, it's not a storm, it's peaceful waters, and he's moving forward, and this turtle is the energy of creation. It is getting in touch with your emotions in a very peaceful way and creating a new sense of harmony in your life by moving forward, one step at a time. And you're not on this journey alone. You are not on this journey alone. Okay? I think it's really important that you recognize that you're not alone here. So recognizing that you're not alone. You're not alone here, right? And then in the outcome of what to really anchor into, we have poised for greatness, and we have a leg up. This is spirit, and this is you being carried forward. You're not alone. You're on the edge of greatness. And it is just about recognizing what doesn't really have value and that you do have value, and combining those two to manifest for yourself this cornucopia of all the good stuff and joy. Like all of it. Joy, peace, financial stability, whatever it is that you're looking for in this moment, probably all of those things. It's all available, and it's all in the future cards. It's just a matter of sorting through what really matters in your life, and understanding that the more present you are in the moment, and recognizing that you're not alone. You're really not. You got a great spirit guide team. I'm on Facebook every day if you'd like to get a little bit deeper into the astrology. I really like to do that. And we're working with Venus right now. She's moving through your sign. I'm getting ready to put up a video for aura clearing there. And then we'll do an activation on the 8-8 gateway over there. So I'd love to see you over there. You guys take great care of yourselves. I do have my books open for private readings if that's something you're interested in. And happy birthday to you, Leo. Happy birthday to you. You guys take really good care. It is your solar return. Suck up that light and understand that there's the morning stars coming through to shine on you, to heal you. And all you really have to do is open yourself up to receiving the love of the universe. It's right there, waiting on you. All right, you guys take care. Talk to you soon.